Alright, looks like we're live. Alright, this is my first time doing this on YouTube. I've been doing a little dabbling and streaming on Twitch, probably maybe once a week, if that. I thought I'd try it here on YouTube. So I highly doubt anyone's going to watch this. And if you are, hi, and sorry, because this is probably going to be pretty boring. Let me just bring up some docs here. Alright, so what I'm going to do today, whoops, just bring this into shot so you can see it. I've been building this restaurant from Seinfeld, and got a fair way so far. It's still work in progress. See bits have all fallen off there. But what I want to do, put that back on. Oops, I missed a bit. So obviously this is not very well stuck on at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, I've used trans red for the sign there, but it doesn't come out very well. It comes out quite black. So today I'm going to replace that with red to make it pop a little bit more. Fortunately I've made that so I can just pop it straight off. Put it there out of the road. And start to fall apart. It's a bit of a pain in the bum the way I've made it. Now if that's going to focus terribly well. Let me just turn on autofocus so you can see it. It's on. No, it's turned off. Okay, there we go. So it's got all these bars connecting there at the back and tiles protruding through at the front. You can actually see the color a bit better there. But just no matter what the lighting is, unless you get up that close, you can't really see that it's trans red. And the sign in the show is more of a red. Actually, it comes out more pink once it's lit in the day. But to try and get that full effect, I think I'll just replace it all with red tiles. First step, pull it all apart. I've already built this about 4 times already. Once I made it way too big, and then second time I was running out of parts, and this is my 3rd or 4th attempt. This will be 5th once I finish this one. Grab all my red down, red tiles. Actually I might need red plates too. Probably just 1x2 plates. So I figured this would probably be a fun thing to make to go along with the Lego Seinfeld set when it comes out. I'm not able to tell you when that is. So I've already made a bit of a test there, so if you've got the windows, I'd want it so you can kind of see inside and see some people sitting at tables and chairs in there. I've just used random characters for now. And so I'll probably put a light in there at some point so you can have a little street scene on the outside and then see the characters sitting there. Seinfeld characters, and I want to get the Friends set actually and build a modular kind of design next to it so it can all make it like a nice New York City scene with Ghostbusters and Sesame Street and whatever else New York themed shows I can come up with. So that might be a bit easier. I've made it so I can kind of pull the whole thing out. That might make this a bit easier than I thought it would be. If you are here, say hi, because I don't expect anyone to show up. I'm not even entirely sure if this is working. But I want to start. Oh, and I also made a purist soup Nazi, soup guy, what are you going to call him? This fairly standard torso, chef torso, replace the hands with tan. The legs I think come from, I think it might have been a Monster Fighters bad guy. The face I think, I've got no idea. I bought it on Bricklink because it looked like the right one. It's probably from Star Wars. And the hair is from Zod, from the collectible minifigs. But anyway, let's get to building this restaurant. Get the separators. I just have to painfully pull it all apart and replace the trans red with just plain old red so the colour pops a bit better. Yeah, it's not really working for me. I'd love to get a light in behind it, but just due to the fact that all these bars and things are at the back holding it together, I just don't think it's going to be possible. I don't think enough light's going to come through consistently for it to really work. Put that back in. Yeah, you can already see the difference that's making. Put that one back in there. You can already see the difference. Just a few bits I've done in normal red I've made. So yeah, I'll start replacing the rest of it. And I will need my... Just change that so I can see what I'm doing here on the screen. My tiles, so let's do it apart. Let me just get the camera down. Probably don't need to see quite as much of that. Or me. Which way is that swinging? That way. Alright, let's get to it. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's actually watching, but if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them my way. Let's move this other way so I can actually see any questions if they come in, or if anyone's actually watching. Tiles. So if I think there's 3 people watching, I'm not sure. I'm surprised anyone showed up because I didn't advertise this or anything. But welcome. Here we go. A bit of the R there. Get that out the road. I'm just trying to manage my screen here so I can see everything at the same time. That should work. I feel like I'm missing something there though. I'm missing a height from that. Let's get the other one in there and have a look. That one's in there like that. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better, I reckon. Changing that trans red to plain old red. So I've told myself, if I'm building, I'll just try and stream it. People might be interested, but more importantly, I found if I'm streaming, I kind of have a bit more respect for my work area and clean up before and after I'm working. If I don't, I just tend to leave a mess lying all over the floor, and then it puts me off building because there's a big mess everywhere. So I tell myself I'm streaming, I need to be a bit more presentable. Alright. Okay. Pop it in. Double check it, make sure I haven't screwed anything up in the process. Or broken most of it. Let's take those ends off. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. Alright. This will be a little bit stronger too in some cases because I ran out of tiles when I was using trans red. I had to use these guys because I was only sort of seeing the edge of them. And it didn't make it terribly strong, but by doing it this way, it'll be a fair bit stronger. So I'll actually have all the parts I need. I can use these where I need to. Got what even letter I'm trying to make here. The problem with not paying attention while I'm working. How did I do that? Why the hell did I do that? That's one question. Alright. So where are we going now? Missing some bits from the bottom of that one. Come on. I'm just going to replace that now because it's been a pain in the bum. Oh, losing bits left and right. Alright. So, missing 2 bits of my S there. That would go on top. Go like that. I'm sure I would have had an easier time with this if I'd done it this solid red from the beginning. There we go. We just need a tile on top of that one. Oh, just make the camera really closer. Alright. Okay, need to fix this one up now. Let's get the bits out I need beforehand so that I don't lose track of where I'm up to. Now we're talking. Now what am I missing from there? That one must go there. And that one. Actually, I do need some 2x plates. Let's put it on the floor, it'll be easier. 2x2 plates. This one. One of these. See, I was running out of parts for Transclear because they don't come in many colours, so I had to use 2 1x2s. It just didn't tend to be as strong. Not only will this be a bit stronger, it should look a bit better as well. Yeah, another case I was having to use 2 of them next to each other, 2 1x2s because I'd run out of, sorry, 2 1x1s because I'd run out of 1x2s. Alright, yep. That needs to come out completely. Make our U. So yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions, old 2 viewers, for whoops, more New York based landmarks from movies or shows that can kind of fit in a street scene. Because obviously the Statue of Liberty and stuff's a bit too big. Not sure if I'll bother keeping this up on the channel afterwards, or I'll just keep it as a test stream. You tell me if this is boring you or not. Oh, there's another one where we used 2 1x2s. It's not quite as strong. Again, 1x2s in the back. Oh, that's awful apart. Replace that. Actually, that would be much stronger if I just got rid of that blue one. Replace the whole thing with a 2x2 tile. And then put that there. And that should make a U and part of the R. Hang on, we're missing that, that's right. So we're missing a bit then for a second. Now what's next? We have, work back from the other direction this time. Yeah, I could do the Friends set into like a more of a modular style building. Do the Seinfeld restaurant, which I'm doing here. Get this thing apart. Sesame Street I can turn into more of a realistic-y building. Do the Ghostbusters headquarters. Little Shop of Horrors. I could even, I didn't, in, what's the movie called? Gremlins, I don't think they ever showed or mentioned the name of the city where the antique store was, where they actually found Gizmo. So I could just pretend and say it's New York and do the Wings. I don't know, it's got Wings Emporium or something like that. Mr. Wing. Some gremlins hanging out. Ugh. What have I done here? That's supposed to go. I've forgotten what about. There you go. That's supposed to go like that. Alright, now we're talking. Getting there. Just have to fix this bit up. And then I'll have to do it all over again for the other side. And then maybe I can get the roof, the sort of capping of the other building done. The top of the building, sorry. Going quicker than I thought it would though. Doing it at hand. It's probably the trickiest way to pull off this style of building. Oops. I don't know how that will go then. It's one of the little printed Ferrari pieces that somehow, it's not going to focus, is it? There it is. Somehow snuck in there. Pull that off and put it with my printed part so it doesn't get lost. That must be a spare because I don't think I pulled apart that little Ferrari set. It's an awesome little set. I did see an awesome version of the Testarossa I tweeted about just an hour or two ago. I don't know if it uses parts from the Speed Champions one or not, but it was very cool. Alright. Hey, smiles for cinephiles. If you've just shown up, this is my first attempt at a live stream, so bear with me. I'm working on the the Seinfeld restaurant. So I did have a list made in trans red. I'm replacing it with just normal red because it's just not really popping. The light's not really getting into the bricks as much. I don't know if Seinfeld was terribly big over there in the UK. What have I done wrong here? That should go like that. Never seen a full episode? Yeah, that's fair enough. I heard it wasn't terribly big over there. It was huge here in Australia at the time. It used to be on every day. We'd have from about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it'd be on, it'd be like a double feature of Simpsons episode and Seinfeld. I'm just working on my lettering here. It's probably not the best way to do it, but that'll do for now. I think I've done something wrong there. Let's put it together. Yes, I have. I'm missing a whole section of a T. Oh, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Check that in there. Something's missing there. A whole section of blue there is missing. Or is it blue? Look at the end. Yeah, there'll be a gap there. Give me a sec. That's fine when I'm hiding all my blue. There it is. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, the Simpsons are awesome. But we've already got them as Lego sets. But feel free to ask me about any other things while you're here. I've got other builds lying around. My new Ecto one, designed recently. Based off the official one. Opening bonnet with a motor. Side doors open up, fits all 4 Ghostbusters inside, and the back opens up as well. I can actually get it to open. I'll take the roof off. It will fit inside. Whoop. There's plenty of room there. It's space for the back, for the backpacks. I do want to do a video on that at some point. I've got all the Ghostbuster cars lying around here. I'd like to do a rundown comparison. I've got all my spacemen at the back there, my custom printed spacemen in different colours. I'll do a video on that at some point as well. Probably not a live video, I'll probably just record something and show them around. Right, restaurant, have I missed anything? Looks pretty good. I'll just put this back on just to make sure it all fits on correctly. I'll just clean it up a little bit, but that should work. So if you haven't watched Seinfeld, you probably wouldn't really know what this restaurant's about, but they spend most of their episode either in Jerry's apartment or at this restaurant, which is based on a real one in New York. Now to do all over again. I might work backwards. It's kind of a shame they didn't do more Simpsons Lego. I got the Quickie Mart and the house. And I think I got both. Yeah, I got both series of the collectible minifigures at the time. Just kind of wish they'd done. You know, they could do Krusty Burger. I actually did a mock years ago of a whole Simpsons scene with another person, and I built the town hall, Simpsons Town Hall, Krusty Burger, the tire dump, like the fire dump with all the tires on fire. I did the toxic pond. What else did I do? I did Blocko, which is like when they did the Lego episode. There was a shop called Blocko, which is like a rip-off of Lego. I did the Duff Brewery, which if you haven't seen any of this stuff, I should do it. I don't have them together anymore, so I can't really show them. But I could just do a video of pictures showing it off. But otherwise, check out my Flickr. It's on, just search for Wet Wired on Flickr. You'll find pictures of it there. Decades to Know. No, I didn't have that one, unfortunately. That would have been pretty good though. Mr. Mike. What else did I do? I did something else. And the other person, I did it with Josh Stewart. He did, so he had the Krusty Burger, not Krusty Burger, sorry, Quickie Mart and the Simpsons house. I think mine was disassembled at this point. He had those two. I'll just make sure it's the right way first. Yep. He had those two built, and he built the church. We were going to build a school. I was going to build a school, but I ran out of time. I built Mr. Plow, the Homer, the car that Homer designs. What's going on? I think I've screwed something up. Just put it back together and check. What's going on? I don't know why that's like that, but I'll just take it off. Hope for the best. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I kind of, at one point I wanted my YouTube channel to be about reviews, but I just found being in Australia, we get sets so late compared to the rest of the world that by the time we get them for a review and shoot something and put them together and edit stuff, it's already well and truly a wasted opportunity. So I figure I'll just concentrate on my mocks. Your storage is awesome. Found you from the tour video. When did I do a tour video? Oh, you're a Waller too. I found out our family comes from is it Sussex or Essex? It might be Essex. Like going back several years, several hundreds of years probably. And they moved to Australia in late 1800s, I think. 1860 or something. My mum would probably kill me if she was watching because she's into genealogy. She'd tell me I'm explaining it all wrong. North London here, yeah. Do you see many Wallers in UK? I don't see too many of them here, apart from my cousins. which I haven't seen in years, to be honest. Chris and Robert, my cousins. Yeah, fairly uncommon. I always wondered what it means, you know, like in the olden days, the last names had a certain meaning based on the occupation. Whatever Walla had a particular occupation. Walla Walla. There is a Walla Walla here in Australia somewhere. A Waller. Well, that's what I jokingly say. My dad was a builder, Tom Waller, and I always joked that he built walls for a living, which made him a Waller. And this isn't what I do for a living, is make video games. I'm an environment artist. I make the backgrounds for video games. So I'm a digital Waller and now a Lego Waller. Oh, the tour video, you mean the tour of the Batcave one I did years ago? Because I don't remember doing a tour of my room. Yeah, brick Waller. Yeah, I've got more storage up there, and behind me on the wall, some stuff in the cupboard there. More Lego way over there. Like 13 or 14 years worth of collecting. Chewy, hey Chewy. Now, oh, damn it. If I talk too much, sometimes I'm not paying attention to the lettering correctly. Alright, so that should be, no? Missing a bit there. So that should be an A. So I should have another red bit. I'd do a Wookiee yell impression, but I can't. It's probably best if it stays that way. I've only been to the UK once. Yeah, once I think. Well, technically twice, because I went there and came back 2 weeks later. So we stayed in, I can't remember, is it Bethnal Green? Is that a place in London? Or am I just a name I'm just making up? At a friend's place. Then we went down to Portsmouth, went over and checked out Bath, and then I had, because I'm a big Batman fan, on the way basically out of the country. I can't remember the name. Mentmore Towers, I think it's called, the place where they filmed the Wayne Manor scenes for Batman Begins. I had to go and visit that, so I ended up ducking across someone's farmland to get a photo of the manor. There's rabbits and things jumping across the fields. That would have been like, actually that was about the same time I got into Lego, which was about 2008 as an adult, because I just built the tumbler from Batman Begins out of Lego. I still have it somewhere. I don't know where I put that. If I've got it handy to show you. It was the first thing I put on Lego Cuso at the time. Lego Ideas now. Where the hell did I put it? It's around somewhere. Because I've got a camo version of it that I painted. Now I'm a bit concerned that I've lost it. I don't know where the hell it is. It's probably hiding in a tub somewhere. Not a lifeline. No, I was as a kid. Like, I was massive into Lego. All of my instruction booklets as a kid, I wrote them like property of Lego Lord, I called myself. This would be in the 80s. And then I did stay with it quite a while till I was like 14 or something. But kind of kept getting pushed out of it by either getting teased or parents telling me I'm too old for it. I kind of moved on to, at the time, basketball and computers and chasing girls that I could never get. So yeah, I probably would have been maybe 10-year hiatus, probably a bit longer, 15 years maybe. And the thing that hooked me back into it was the Lego Star Wars, the original Lego Star Wars game. I used to play it with my wife co-op because it's a great game for that. And just brought back, like, I hadn't touched Lego in years. So it just brought back a lot of nostalgia for Lego. And then where I was working, a couple other people went to it and they were showing me pictures of like the modular greengrocer and all these cool PS2. I think it might be an Xbox 360 actually. Showing me all these pictures of modular buildings. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And then I saw that the Indiana Jones Lego came out. So I was like, oh, okay. And I ended up buying the entirety of all the Indiana Jones Legos from eBay in one big swoop. And then I bought the greengrocer, and then I managed to find a cafe corner at recommended retail price while it was still around, and then it was down the deep end from there. But yeah, I played pretty much every Lego game they brought out, except Harry Potter, because I'm not really into Harry Potter, unfortunately. I would have played until probably Lego Dimensions, I reckon. So all the Batman ones, and the Marvel ones, and the Lord of the Rings ones, and... what else did they bring out? It's like about 5 different Batman ones. Alright, I'm going to straighten it up when I'm done, because I'm making a bit of a mess at the moment. But I'll just get it swapped over and then fix it up. So what time? It must have been pretty early in the UK, isn't it? It must be getting lunchtime. Okay, it goes there. 11:30 is close. It is. What time is it here? It's currently 9:30 PM. On Tuesday. So you must be just starting your Tuesday there. It's probably freezing cold there at the moment. I've got the back door of the garage here wide open. I'm sweating in jeans. Oh, come apart. Soon I'll have finished this and I can get on to building something more interesting. Or I can just show you some of the stuff that's lying around here if that's more interesting to you. I don't really mind. This is just here to test the streaming. I actually have, actually, you're not into Seinfeld, you probably won't care, my original prototype for the Jerry's apartment lying around somewhere. Because I made it all digitally for the Lego Ideas submission, but I didn't actually build it physically until after it was approved. I thought, oh, I should probably check to make sure this can actually be done. And I didn't have all the correct colours, so it's a little bit of a mishmash of the wrong colours and things, but it worked. It won't be what the final one looks like. What have I done here? Which bit was I even doing? Let's bounce back to that for a sec. Let's see what I was doing. I was building. There's there. Let me fix this R up first. It'll be the quickest one. I think Telltale Games, who make Telltale's Traveller's Tales, who make the Lego games, is in the UK somewhere, isn't it? Guild something? I can't remember the name of the town. Guildford. Is it Guildford? I think I know a different company. I know Lionhead used to be in Guildford area. Let's get you back on there. Figure out what I've done wrong here. What am I trying to make rest? Oh, that's right. Guildford, yeah. I went there when we went to the UK. They have like the Knights of the Round. I think it was there. They had the Knights of the Round Table, or the Round Table. which I'm pretty sure was probably built 100 years after the myth or something. The myth. Alright, we're getting there. Just the hour to go. I think my wife's coming out. What? Yeah, what do you want? About what? Turn the aircon on? Maybe it's stinking hot. I've got jeans on. You better turn that on.
You send all that stuff to him?
Yep.
Tell her to copy me in.
Do I need to?
If it's sad, I think the whole thing's going to be not going to go anywhere.
I'll just have to invest in a better Lego room.
I'll send you a link to a place. Oh.
That look better, you reckon? The actual legible?
It's not new or anything, it's pretty old.
Alright. Yeah, my Sheila. Alright. This is going to work and I'm not going to have to fix anything that I've accidentally broken. She's taken off now. She doesn't want to be on camera. Alright, let's try and get this. I'm missing a whole clip or something. No? That's strange. I feel like I'm missing something. Make sure I'm actually spelling the word correctly. Maybe that's what's wrong. Restaurant. Sorry, my arm's getting right there. Move this around a bit. I'm just going to get the roof on and hope for the best. And we can get something more interesting. And pop it all into place later. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of all this crap out of the road. Let's see if I can just connect all this stuff back together because it's not quite strong enough. Like that. Ooh, Jesus, I lost the whole thing. Yeah, does that look more legible than before for anyone who was here before? Yeah, I prefer that. No, could be asked redoing it, so now let's back it up. That should connect in there. That one. And that one should connect. To that one. Come on. This is what I do. I make it really roughly, and then once I'm happy with it, make it a bit stronger. Alright. Restaurant. Ah. You see the same mistake I could see. So it's okay in this one. You bugger. I'm missing the bottom of the S. Alright, I pulled it down. Does the bar work to make it more modular? It just makes it so, because the bars are kind of holding them all into place, and just the strength of holding them up from the top here, that one's not, and connecting the bars to each other kind of helps it stay a bit stronger. But I need to pull it apart now because I've missed part of the S. Try and do it without pulling too much apart. Oh, it should be pretty easy fixed. Come on, back on. Try and straighten this letter up a bit. Not quite as good as the real Lego one. I might pull this back a bit so we can see it a bit better. How can I do that without wrecking it? There we go. And get this guy on. So I'll eventually put things in the windows just so you can't see and look up better. Oh, it just fell off. Alright, so there'll be a little street. Pretty plain looking street actually from New York. You'll be able to see some dudes. Magenta, custom magenta spaceman. Or lady, person. And this is another thing, I kind of build the chairs to get an idea of Cookie Man and a Blues Brothers on this chair. Kind of just build them to get an idea of where they'll go and how big everything will be. And where they need to be so you can actually see them from the outside. Something like that. And it, oh, this is, you're in the UK, you love this one. Mr. Bean from Minifigs Me, I think I got that one from. I couldn't resist Mr. Bean. I really wanted to do, I tried to do multiple times Mr. Bean for Lego Ideas. I did the car, which I think I did an excellent version of the car, but didn't think it was really enough to put on Ideas. Alright, so yeah, there'll be some chairs, and you'll see in the window. It kind of reminds me of that diner scene. You see there's like a famous diner painting scene. But the bit I need to do now is this top bit up here. The first step, I think I'll get rid of these just for now. I need to secure these guys a bit better. So what I might do, I don't want it sticking out too far. I might just get some grey, not grey, sorry, tan tiles. Where the hell are they? Move these red guys out of the road. Or if you don't want to watch me do this, throw a suggestion at me and I can show you some of the other stuff that's lying around. I've got a bonsai here, I've got the Lego Fiat I haven't built yet, which is obviously, that's a more time consuming task. But I want to try and strengthen this. Get at least one row of this on, it won't fall apart quite so easy. Put these guys on to bring it up to the same level. I find I've done a few like modular style buildings before. I find the hardest part is just the top of the building. If you don't have a nice top that caps off the rest of the design well enough, the whole thing can fall apart a little bit. Alright, so I might do something like that. I might have it overhang a little bit just so I can reinforce the whole thing a bit better. It doesn't fall apart. Bit of a lip on the overhang there. This will strengthen the whole thing. Oops, that should overhang a bit, shouldn't it? I've done that wrong. Bring the camera down even higher. I found if you ever want to do any of the streaming or stuff, like the only webcam I have is this tiny little one up in the corner here. You can see it's like a really old, ancient one with crappy resolution. Because if you've got an old phone lying around, you can get some apps that will allow you to plug your phone in via USB, which is what I'm doing for this camera. So everything up here. It's much better resolution and picture quality, and if it's an old phone you're not using, even if the battery's stuffed, as long as it can hold a charge through USB, that's all you need. There we go. Pretty happy with that. The real building, I'm actually designing most of this on the real building, so it's kind of got this grey floor and then moves up to these tan-ish coloured floors in the real building in New York. It doesn't have lines, but I literally have 3 lines of these, what do you call them, line facades, gargoyle-y looking pieces. And it's perfect, 2 on each side, and I can figure out how to do one at an angle. It'll be perfect, as long as I can actually do that. So I might try and do the angle bit first, because that'll be the trickier part. Could probably, if I put show you my thought process. If I put plate on there, make it a little bit taller, but then I can put a jumper plate, 2x2 jumper plate on there, and just rotate it at any angle I like. Once I find out where I actually put those jumper plates. There we go. So yeah, if I put that there, and then I can just put it there like that. It's pretty strong, and I'll seal in the gaps with some other stuff later. I just want to try and get the size of it roughly right first. Don't know if I need any extra detailing on that or whether that's fine. Make that overhang a little bit. Maybe I should do that. Leave it overhang a little bit more. Just need to get my tan bricks. Actually, bricks will do. It's a small container, I don't have to go as far. I've got another thing here I need to finish too. I'll swing the camera around to show you. So I built it for a Lego Expo in November last year. So here was it's a scene from the '89 Batman movie. I've got a bat wing that sits here, like a minifig scale one I built. And then there was all buildings down here. So you kind of had this silhouette of a city with a bat wing up in the sky. But it's currently in pieces, and I need to put it back together. So that might be something I might do on a stream one day, if people actually enjoy this or not. Alright, back to what I was doing. I forgot the bucket. The tub with the containers, which I actually went for. Alright, I'm back. Make sure that's the same height. It still needs to go up one. But to give it a little bit more of an interesting look, I might put, I don't know what they're actually called. They're like a plate with like a little rail kind of bit that sticks out. I've got a few in here somewhere. Once I find them. And they kind of stick out half a plate's length and add a little bit more interest to the look. If only I could find where the hell they were. Found every colour but tan. Where the hell are my tan ones? Yeah, I literally have two. Perfect. One for each line on each side. These are the bits I was talking about. Try and get it to focus. It might be too close. Like a little plate. Little bits to go outside. Keaton Kilmer, the Keaton one. Actually, where's the back? I'll see if I can find the Batwing. It should be just in the cupboard here. I've got the big one, but I haven't actually built it yet. This is a smaller one I built. Where is it? Here it is. Ah, it's underneath a pile of other Lego, so I can't get at it terribly easily. Where is it? So you can't see what I'm doing there. There should be a Batwing in here somewhere. Yep. There it is. You hear lots of crashing and breaking. Oh! So part of the tail is broken off. But that's a smaller Batwing I made. It's more minifig scale sized. And here's part of, oh, tripped over things. Part of one of the buildings, which is a bit broken at the moment. So I used the yellow to make the windows pop without actually using lighting. So I wanted to silhouette it against that moon you saw earlier. Oh, which one's my favourite? Oh, as a child I loved Keaton. I think I'd have to go with Bale as an adult. Even if The Dark Knight Returns, not Returns, what they called it? Rises was a little bit of a disappointment. I actually enjoyed it. Alright. So what I want to do there, I almost want some little arches or something have any little tan arches? Like the little ones. They're like 1x3s. Oh, I don't. Blocks falling down everywhere. I have these new pieces. This might be useful. These new little guys. Little arches that came in the Harry Potter sets. So, I kind of did want arches because then I can put things in the gaps, because I don't know if, how am I going to pull that off? Can't really see. Yeah, not the best finish, but really how many trilogies have finished off well. I'm just going to have to piece this together and see how this looks. I do want this raised up a little bit higher so I see what this looks like. No, don't like it. Let me see if I've got some larger 1x4 arches. Do I have any? Not on that one, not on that one. Come on. Should have a ton of them. I lost them all. Oh, here we go. This is what we got. Try bigger arches. I'm not sure if this is going to work, because it wasn't my original idea. My original idea was closer to the real building. Yeah, I don't like it. Pull it back. Let me go back to my original idea. I will get some, what are they called? Oh, those bits are good. I got those ones. And I need modified bricks with the studs on one side. I recently rearranged everything, so I've lost track of it, of where stuff is. Where is it? 1x1s. Oh, they're over here. Do I want the headlight bricks or do I want the other ones? How many have I got of each? And I have more headlight bricks, so that's going to win, I think. Oh, I need just some regular tan bricks. Let me just get the 1x2s as well. Where the hell I put them? They have to be at the bottom of the pile, don't they? Whew. Right, so I'll do a little bit of one side before I decide whether I'm happy with it or not. Actually, do I have, maybe these guys might be better. The ones, I don't know what you call these things, slightly rounded bricks. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I will get some, that one probably needs to be a, oh, it will stay there. That'll actually keep it in place if I put an extra layer of plates there. Keep it in place better. What happens if I put that there? It's not going to fit. Maybe I can do something about that. these new bits. Can't every now and again put one of them. I don't know if I want a row of bricks in between. I'll do something like that. Don't have the right ones again. I know what I need. What would be better? It's the back side of the bricks. So I like when I'm doing stuff like this, particularly when it comes to the top of the building, I tend to pull things apart a lot to get it how I like it. I really should be looking at reference to see how real buildings do it. But what are you going to do? Too bad. Not 100% sold on it though. I'll put one there, like that. Particularly happy with the bottom half really, but let me just do this. Start putting some studs between it to see how it looks. Fill in this gap later on here with something. What I feel like it needs to have something in the middle. Just find the middle first. How do I get to? Well, my wife doesn't particularly enjoy it either, but the fact that I can get Lego sets made through Lego Ideas kind of helps. She doesn't complain when it comes to that. She just complains when I am building. She was out here not that long ago, wanting to talk to me, but then ran away when she saw the camera on. How many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might hit that. No. That to the even. Leave them all along one. And put some sort of bigger bit in the middle to kind of balance it out. But yeah, I'm not happy with this bottom vertical lines, but I'll change them in a bit, I think. I'll just get this bit going. What about, do I have any, I don't know what they're called. They're kind of like a cheese slope, but pointed in the middle. Do I have them out already? No, I don't. Maybe I don't actually have any in tan. Kind of a rare colour from this. I don't have too much of it. There we go. No, that's not what I'm after. It'll do that. Ah. I only have some of the other ones. This should work. This should. Thanks for dropping in, Smiles, for cinephiles. Something like that maybe, and then I'll figure out this bottom bit. Takes times away building. Yeah, well, just if you can, like, sometimes I'll just watch a movie or something while I'm building. Not out here, obviously, in the lounge room. But then she complains that there's too much noise while I'm building because I'm scraping through parts on the floor. Yeah, I'm not really happy with that bit. I'll pull this bit off. I don't mind the top bit. I'll try and keep it intact. And then, maybe I just want to. I'm doing this off camera, sorry. If I just keep doing like these horizontal lines instead of vertical ones, and I can break them up, maybe. Oh, everything's falling apart. Oh, put that back up again. Right now it is 10 PM here in Brisbane on Tuesday. So we're not across the pond in Australia, we're like across the pond, down the ditch, over the gully, into the dam, out the back. Still not happy with those vertical lines. Let me just have a quick look at what the real building looks like. What's it called? It's called Tom's Restaurant, New York. How do I get to the view of that? Street view, there we go. Ah, okay. That's probably a bit more interesting than what I'm doing. Still want to keep my lines, eh? Can I see if I can just share the view so you can see what I'm seeing? How do I add a thing here? Sorry, I'm new to all this streaming business. Display capture, browser, that's what we want. Add existing, okay. Oops, is that not working? Create new. Nope, that's not the browser I want. Get rid of that. Yes, no. Delete that one. Sorry, I'll figure this out. Text game capture, image, browser, display. Window capture, that's the one I want. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you can see up there. This is the restaurant I'm replicating from Seinfeld down here. Change views. So yeah, I reckon. Oh, is it below the top from that angle? Go back over this side. Yeah, so I reckon if I can still keep my lines and then just have some bigger strut things coming down every now and again, and that should be good. Delete that now. Actually, I'll just disable it in case I use it later. All right, that should work. I hope. $6 AM. Oh Jesus. And shitty cold. I can't imagine how cold it is in here. It's in here in Australia. It is currently. What's the temperature in Fahrenheit for you guys? It is Brisbane temp now in Fahrenheit. 72. Or for everyone else in normal places, 22 Celsius. So you should hopefully recognise the Seinfeld building I've got going on down here then. Since you're in Chicago. Not that this is in Chicago, but I don't think Seinfeld was as popular in the UK as it was in Australia or the US. Alright, so I want some kind of bigger. What can I put there? Just maybe some curved tiles, maybe? Jeez, these are disgusting and gross. Maybe like maybe a couple of ones of these. I want one that comes down further, so I may need to change which piece I'm using. I need the normal bricks with the stud on one side. And tan if I have any left. I think I've used that quite a few already. Come on. Please tell me I have some. Right down here where I've got terrible lighting, you can't see it at the moment too, so it's even worse. I've got plenty of ones with the studs on like an L-shaped side. Even if I had the ones that. There we go. I've got a few left. These guys I was after. Bricks with a stud on one side. So I replace that one. And then get curved slope. 1x2. And stick it. Like that. I think that'll do the trick. And I'll get rid of this one. Always best if you're having struggles with building something is to just look up some reference. If I still need that middle one, or even if I move that over, how many does that leave me in the middle? I'll leave one, and that would go. I put that one over one. That's centered. Nope, that's not going to work either. There, there. Oh, no. How's this going to work? So 1, 2. I don't want it to be even, but I don't know if that's really going to work. Really not liking those vertical lines. It's going to have to be like a center one or something because I can't fit it. I can't make an even amount on either side. It's better having more divisions there. So I do go from that side. So space, space. Let's work inwards from this bit. That should work. That'll work. I will make it work. This bit might be good. They're interesting bits. I don't know what these are from. Like a weird sloped curve with some texture detail on it. Not focusing terribly well. And I'll get my. Had them somewhere the other day. 1x2 bricks with the two studs on the side. Where how'd they all go? Like a whole ton of them. There they are. I need to. Oh man, I don't know. Alright, I'm semi happy with that. I've just done like those lines running through it. First step, I think I'll just take this bit off without breaking the whole thing. I'll take this second layer off again. Take that off. Now I will get some tiles. You might just need some contrast and go with some. What's that bit I had? Put it back on first. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Some contrast added to it. Change those bits to be dark tan as well. Just to keep that line running across. I'll need 2 of them. Yep. Okay. I'll change that one to be a dark tan jumper plate if I can find them. Yep. Yep, I think that already looks better. Alright, now make those little arches are the way to go. What do I do with them? Do I put them away? Oh, I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. There we go. Get rid of those guys. I'll make some little arches underneath and then a bit of a space. So Or you don't like that. There's another gap there. It might work like little drainage holes at the bottom. Look alright. Look at the corner ones, which I can just aim inwards like that. Perhaps these windows get rattling about. Alright, so I have to do something with that middle bit. Oh jeez, it's on a jumper. What am I going to do about that? I can do something about that later, maybe. Yeah, that's a bit better, I think. But I think I'll offset that by half a stud and use. Do I have enough of those? Is the question. The rail parts. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need more than that, don't I? I'll have to put one there, and one there. I'm still short. I've only got 4 of them. So that's not going to cut it. Maybe just a ton of 1x2 grey ones. I mean dark tan ones. Oops. Oh, just a bit left from that. I think if I can just get one side looking good tonight, I'll call it a day for now. But I'm already liking this a lot better. Just the dark tan's giving it a bit more contrast. I'll worry about filling this hole later. I want that to be at an angle, which is its own problem. And now, if I take one layer off like that, I put it there. Get cat hair stuck in the gaps here. Even though the cat's never coming here. How's that look from afar? Yeah, reasonably happy with that. Reasonably happy. It's still a line I don't like running through it. I'll just replace it straight with standard bricks. While I'm here, I should probably figure out how I'm gonna fill in that gap there. So what I'll probably do, some cheese slopes. That should do the trick. It's not covering under there, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. I really want to take this window out because it's just rattling around everywhere and annoying the crap out of me. I take all this stuff off and then redo it with some standard bricks. I might just go get 1x6s because I've got lots more of those. Getting to the end, at least for tonight anyway. One by put these bits back on top. Try and get the camera a bit closer forward. Oops, too close. Where are my bricks? There. Oh, actually, I need to do a center thing tonight. I'm an idiot. Actually, I need the bricks with stud on one side. Two sides, sorry. And there. Ones that are on a like a 90-degree turn. Those guys. I can put one there. And then just the tile would be better for that. I can keep it consistent. Let me see if a tile fits in there. Go down a bit lower. Just pull the whole thing apart when I do that. That might be better. Actually, I can do something at the end of that. I'll worry about it later. Not important right now. Oops, that one should be like that. That one should be like that. And then dark goes to the middle. That rattling is just driving me up the wall. That's not too bad. And now, where are my plates? Yep, now we're getting there. Now we're cooking with gas. Need to do something to get that on the same space. We got a tile on top. And then just a plate, 1x2 plate. So we'll have to go up a bit higher still, but now I reckon another dark tan layer there. Let's find the dark tans. Somewhere at the bottom probably. Yep. Just to keep that line going across. Hang it a little bit. That can't do that. Fit there. Actually, not on here. What, a little round? No, that's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. Just trying to connect the top here. I can't even fit this thing in the thing out so high. Oh, maybe. No, that won't fit. I've got other ways I can do that. Talking to myself. Grab another one of tan, dark tan, jumper 2x2 jumper plate. I should be able to just connect that like that. Obviously that'll need a lot of cleaning up to clean those angles there, and I might actually make like a little protrusion here, like the roof curves out a little bit. But at least I know that that will work. That's the most important part. So I might, how's that look? I've got the restaurant down the bottom. Have a look from down below. Yeah, I don't mind that. I'll do something at the top here. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I might call it for the night because it's getting really sticking hot out here. Alright, thanks to those of you who showed up. This is a bit of a test stream. If you're watching this after the fact, or even if you're watching now and you'd like to see some more, I'll just keep streaming every time I'm building. Otherwise, I'll just do it out here by myself with the podcast on or something. So yeah, whew. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again.